Two old people on a
All right, and remember, if you're catching us on the replay, watch us at 2 times speed for a better experience.
Yeah.
Because we're slow talkers. So, and you don't waste half your time.
Right.
That being said, I would like to start out by just saying I hope everybody weathered the storms.
Oh, no volume.
What's that?
No volume. Sound is low.
Oh, okay. Hold on. It is? Can you hear us now?
No.
There it
no
is.
audio.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
It's that other.
There it is.
It was the first one I forgot to do.
Oh.
The intros, I didn't have the mics on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we're using a different mic today, so yeah, that's the
I can't
problem.
go up. The total intro was botched, like usual.
Yeah, like usual. That's
Like
our
usual.
MO.
All right.
So, what did you want to start with?
I was just gonna say I hope everybody weathered
safe.
the storms because we have YouTube people that we know, friends.
Yeah.
We have YouTube friends that we know across the United States.
Yes.
And subscribers. Hope y'all are okay.
So if somebody doesn't know, there was a tornado outbreak in Arkansas, Missouri,
everywhere.
Iowa, Kentucky.
Then it moved east.
Yeah.
And it's
Tennessee.
It went on late.
Illinois.
Late into the night.
Yeah, late into the night. And like Little Rock got hit really hard. And Iowa had a beautiful, beautiful tornado up there.
Yeah.
So it was
no tornado is technically beautiful.
well, it was beautiful, but it was destructive. Yes.
It ain't beautiful if it hits your house.
It's not beautiful if it hits your house, no.
But so no, we got Ned.
We got Ned.
I don't know.
In the wings.
I didn't it was dark. So I don't know why it's dark where he's at. So we'll figure that out.
Yep. So Ned will be coming up. We don't have Furry Friends today, but we will have it again next week. Because as you can see, Mark couldn't handle the audio today, so we had to do it differently.
Just fast. So Ken drove down, and it was. Tell us about the wind, Ken.
I rode to Wichita on the night before, and in the dark, and got blowed sideways. I had to lean the bike, and ended up getting a motel in Wichita, and then the next day it was still windy. Yesterday? So, yeah, it was an adventure. It was a good time.
I gotta say it's comfy on the couch, right?
Yes, it is.
It is very, very cozy. Good morning, Zombie. I hope that you weathered the storm all right. And yes, Tim is in Tennessee, so we're waiting to hear.
They were south again of Memphis, and that's down where 3 Mississippi area again. So hopefully they made it again.
Yeah.
And I think it almost looked like some of them were really close in Mississippi, where they went through the other night. So
yeah. Iowa City had tornadoes. Then that's probably an hour west of where I actually grew up at.
Yeah, Ken's kind of snuggling with Mark.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
We'll get out to some slides and show what went on yesterday.
Okay, let's show what went on yesterday.
All right, so Ken drove down on his motorcycle, and he's got his tent. It's a trailer tent, and he set it up here because
the wind was blowing 40 miles an hour. That's another thing that happened here in Oklahoma. While the storms were going on, we had lots of fires in Oklahoma that went on.
Right.
So tucked in there, we could set it up. But if you went outside of that protection, there's no way you were setting that up. And so we'll go full screen on that. And then he, showing the inside of his tent, it kind of lays out there so you can stand in the one part of it, right, Ken?
Yep.
And then you got the air mattress and blew that up with your Jackery, which we'll just go out to this picture. So we played around a little bit with some of the solar devices that I have and Ken has, and that one he's holding is a Dokia, Dokio, Dokia 300-watt system. That's only $300, and it works. Obviously the best. The Jackery panel is 100 watts. And then the other little unit is 19 watts, which is great for charging phones and stuff like that. So we played around with that during the day. Then we went out and we got ourselves a good old onion burger.
And Lila wants to know, how did you like your famous onion burger, Ken?
I loved it. It's good.
It was very good last night.
And then, there he is. He first started off with the slaw dog or coney dog, which has chili and special coleslaw that has a lot of, I think, mustard and maybe sugar, something like that. But it goes really good with the chili. So we had a chili dog, then we wolfed down an onion burger.
Yep.
So, and then let's see. Yep, we're back to the beginning. So we had a great day yesterday.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah, it was.
Took them to the school.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got to see some of the kids. They were the after school. School gets out early on Friday, but after school was in the gym and they were going crazy.
They were.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did a live on Lone Cowboy Adventures over on his channel.
That was fun.
And we had the neighbor stopped by, our crazy neighbor boy.
If our best subscriber, moderator, could find that live and tag it down below, and it was good. Yeah, we had what? We had dogs. We had motorcycles. We had he fired up his Datsun Z28 he's working on with no muffler on it, and he fired it up and backfired it for us. He came over to visit. Then one of my fourth grade knuckleheads.
Yeah, they came up.
He's like, I was like, hey, it's Wyatt. I go, get on up here. He's like, Mr. Mark.
Yeah.
They came over. They had a dog.
Yeah.
And they joined the live for a little while.
Yeah.
It was a crazy live. It's worth the watch. It starts off, and then all of a sudden, all heck broke loose.
Yeah, the neighborhood comes.
Yeah.
It was a great live.
Mm-hmm.
It was very entertaining.
Yeah, it was.
Saw a UFO.
Fun. Yeah, we
we saw
a UFO. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we were joking around how everybody makes a thumbnail. You have to have your mouth wide open and amazed. So.
Good. I'm glad to hear that Tim posted that he was safe on Facebook. So that is good.
Let's get down to business though first. Okay. Yesterday on his live, we said Debbie stayed up all night last night looking at the analytics of Lone Star Cowboy's page.
Let me get a calculator.
All right. So she calculated up.
Yeah.
We're not doing this for free. I mean, we're trying to grow Ken's channel, so he has to pay to play, right?
That's right.
You got to pay to play, or else you're not going to get us, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, Debbie,
so I've calculated it out.
Tell us what Ken owes us.
We owe Ken money. He has the better analytics.
We're making his channel worse.
Yes.
And we owe him money. He's growing our channel.
He's growing our channel more than we're growing his. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Ken. You're off the hook. In fact, maybe we can trade with that cricket.
Yes.
Would that be collateral?
Yeah.
Well,
that'd be good.
Debbie has a cricket, doesn't use it. So she's going to give it to Linda, Miss Linda, his better half.
Yeah.
And will that be enough for all the destruction we've done to your
that'd be good.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
I keep telling them, you picked the wrong, you're just going to go antiviral if you stick with us.
Yeah.
But
she can always make stuff for you guys now.
Yeah.
You know?
Now she'll be like, dang it, they gave it to me and now I got to do it, or else I don't have time. But they were nice enough to give it to me, and I'll have to do it because and then Linda will be like, Ken, how did you get me in this mess? But,
yeah.
So, Deb, you got any news?
I do have news.
All right.
So let's start with the fact that Trump was indicted this week.
Yeah, that's big news.
Apparently he has to turn himself in on Tuesday is what I heard, but I don't know. I don't know how that works or whatever, but so I don't know what to say about that.
Even CNN says, man, this is so weak. This is nothing. And we're just looking at the Gateway Pundit up here and says that Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg admits he use federal dollars in the Trump invasion. So not just the state.
Mm-hmm.
That he's working with people. They're trying everything to bring down this guy. They got nothing on him. So this will be probably a nothing burger, unless our whole system is corrupt, and they,
which it is.
Because Obama, he got fined $350,000 for using campaign funds illegally, right?
Yeah.
So he got fined $350,000. Done. No big deal for him.
Yeah.
But I doubt he would.
We could talk about the Clintons for
hours.
Oh
yeah.
Their corruption.
But
yeah,
they could have. Mm-hmm. They could have done all this, but they didn't, because it's political, people. They want to bring him down.
Did they? Lazy days? I hadn't heard that.
What's that?
They dropped the charges.
Allegedly.
I'll have to look into that.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well,
allegedly, I'll have to look into that.
Well, so we don't know anymore. We don't know if it's gonna.
I believe that it is just a distraction. It's a distraction to keep our minds off the banking system and what's going on with the economy.
And keep them off the campaign trail to talk about all the important stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, in the world and in the United States that we have to take care of.
Right.
So this is all to keep him busy or occupied doing other things, so he can't be out on his rallies showing thousands of support, while Biden couldn't get 3 people in a circle to his deals. Whatever. Right. That's what we got going. Oh, it says, y'all, 5 hours from. Did you drive through all that stuff, Ryan? Let's see. Could pick up donuts for my wife before I went to. Yeah, he was out that way.
No.
He was out towards Kentucky.
Yeah, here, along with the fires, there was some semis that got blown over here on the interstate.
Yeah, just blown.
Yeah.
Straight over.
Yeah.
So,
it's like Cheyenne around here, like that I-80.
Yeah.
I-40 turned into I-80, and the truck's just getting blown over from straight line.
Well, we drove over to the reservoir yesterday, and you could see the red dust in the air, and
It was a dust storm.
It was very dusty.
There was white caps out on that little lake.
Yeah.
Man, there was white caps just raging. That little lake was just...
They said, we're not doing this.
He goes, Mark, I'd rather just go back to your driveway. Because I offered, he can stay in the house, obviously, too.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I want to camp. So
that whole social credit bill has to do with the financial system, because it's going to be tied to our money.
Right.
In the end, with the CBDC, I never know the initials. So if Jake was in here, he could help me out with the order of those. But yeah, so it's all going to be tied together, and then you have to be good to get your money. So.
And the Midnight Shyamalan got off.
He did.
Got out of prison early, or it's QAnon Shamanon, but I always say Midnight Shyamalan. I don't know. That was all a stage, kind of weird guy. And they let him around. They're busted. It was like the Capitol Police let him around and gave him a tour. So they're like, yeah, this doesn't look good. Yeah. Let's let him out. But he shouldn't have spent one day, maybe a little bit, for trespassing, let's say. But how many capitals here lately? State capitals Oklahoma's been under, people barging in there and starting stuff. And there was another capital, Tennessee or somewhere, where they just barge in there, do what they did on J6, and it's a nothing burger because it's the other side. Right. Just like Trump's getting. It's all politically
motivated.
And wake up, people, before it's too late.
Yeah. All right. But yeah. But that's what's going on. It's all distraction because of what's going on in our financial system right now, and what they're trying to usher in with all this.
I'm looking up here just to
with all the
see
stuff.
What's going on. Oh,
anyway, I got sidetracked there, guys. Okay,
so the guy that we said wasn't healthy enough to be a senator got in as senator, and now. I could go up there. What the?
Yeah, it was Zombie. I'm glad that you guys are safe.
So yeah, Fetterman leaves Walter Reed after 6 weeks. He missed a month and a half because he wasn't stable enough to do the job, just like everybody said. And they're like, no, he's fit. He's fit.
Huh.
It's all one-sided bunch of crap. That's all it is.
Huh.
So join us for the crap news, and
Yeah.
we'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm saving the other big news item of the week till after we get through with
Ned.
And it, Mr. Lou is in Florida.
Wow. Did you make it that? Okay, we didn't know. We haven't stayed in contact with Lou as well as we should. So he's all the way. He's down with family, which is what he wanted, which is great. I hope everything's going good. You're settling in. He didn't want to start over from scratch, so hopefully he's got a nice place down there that's already pre-built and cleared.
Right.
He's like, I'm too old for this, doing all that work. So hopefully he's got a nice little setup down there now.
It's good to hear from you, Lou.
Miss Linda said it was still windy up there, up home, and 25-degree wind chill, so it's cold.
Yeah.
No mind.
That's weird.
Well, I hope it warms up.
Yeah.
So,
what else did we do yesterday? So we went up, just drove by the lake.
Yep.
And we turned around, came back.
Hi, Darlene.
We had fun playing with the solar. So some of it was like the little 19-inch panel. I got those 20,000 amp hour little, phone backups that you have. And they can go straight into those solar, so you don't need a jackery or anything. You can charge. It has a charge controller on it to put 1.5 USB, out. So that was kind of nice to know. So now it had 2 USBs, so you can put 2 of those batteries on there and charge them with that 19-watt one. If that's all you want to do is, use your phone to edit and do all that, you're good to go with that little small unit.
Yeah.
The jackery with the big 300-watt panel, you can't overcharge a jackery.
Right.
So if you put a 300-watter in there, it's only going to draw what it needs, so you can't harm it. But it was taking in 90 watts, which is the power plug was 75 watts.
Right.
So it's doing a little better than the power plug.
And
so he could use that. His laptop was bringing in 50 watts, using 50 watts. He's bringing in 90 watts. So it would sustain and charge.
Yeah, I think we decided I'm going to try to order the 160-watt solar panel.
Yeah, I think you're safe. Yeah, because 160 would probably still get you your 90, even on a little bit cloudy day. But the 300 one was awesome because it was evening time, and it was putting out 90 watts.
Right.
No problem. But yeah, it'll be smaller, 160-watt panel.
Right.
And so, we played with that. That was kind of interesting to find out all those little tidbits for your knowledge and for us.
Yeah.
Because we got jackery now. The 1,000. We got the 1,000.
2 of them.
2 of them, so we can take them over to the neighbors.
They showed me. We had them out and everything.
We're not lying.
Yeah.
So we got those, and it was good to play around to see. And I could show him, instead of trying to talk to him over the phone, what the difference is between, having just what the thing calls for, which would be like 100-watter, which would do good on the best of days.
Right.
But on not so good of days, let's double it up to 160, and then you'll be good. All right, I'm off that. That was
okay. Yeah, that was kind of boring.
Yeah.
I was getting bored. Just sitting here going, oh my God.
There's some people that are into solar.
I know, there's a lot of people that are into solar.
We could have had video of it.
We could have,
but we didn't video.
I know.
We didn't have a producer with us.
We're antiviral.
Yeah, we don't have Karen. Karen took off. She didn't want to be here when Kim came.
Get the grand tour.
I would have to use my
did
bear
we
spray.
get the grand tour of Studio Y?
Yep. We had a snack. We snacked at the cafeteria in Studio Y, but we went out for an onion burger.
Yeah. Right.
Ryan. But man, we gave him the 2-hour tour.
Yep.
We were short on time, so we showed him the facilities.
Yeah, Melinda, it was bad. The wind was bad yesterday, so bad.
Our stage is so big.
If we want some of our wind back, some of our dust back.
Oh my God!
Some of our dust back. No, you can keep it.
It was
bad. Keep the dust. Good morning, Tamara and David.
Guess what time
it is? Time for Ned.
Do you want to get out the Ned?
Yeah.
All right.
I do want to get out for Ned.
Let's find out what that knucklehead's up to. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
You shut up. You shut up.
Ned,
you shut up. Knock it off.
Ned!
Yo. What's up, brother?
Knock it off. Where the heck are you?
We're in Germany.
Who? With? somebody?
Well, you
What's
see,
going on?
it's kind of funny. I was in the 15-minute city, you know,
Okay.
and then they moved us to this new 15-minute city in Germany. It's nighttime here, you know, and I guess it's daytime, your time, but so it's still night here. And yeah, I found out that Ken has a twin, and we met here in the city.
I got a twin brother? Seriously?
Yeah, you have a twin.
It's
You know, they kicked me out of the house when you were just, you know, we were just kids, you know.
I guess Ken. That's because you're a pain in the ass. That's
Hey,
why. That's
shut up.
He's
Guys.
ornery too. That's probably why they got rid of you at a younger
Oh
age.
no.
What?
Ken kept saying hi to strangers all the time.
Yeah, he does. You kind of did that. You know, that's how we met.
Yeah.
You said hi to me,
Yeah.
and I was a stranger.
I know.
I said, man, you look like a guy that I know.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's how it all got to be. So, yeah, we got things to discuss here. So,
Okay.
you know, you shut up.
Hey, guys.
Shut up.
No, you shut
Guys,
up.
knock
Come
it
on,
off.
come on,
Leave him
shut
alone.
up. All right. Well, look, we got to argue a little more. Back to you.
All right, back to us. Oh, my goodness.
I guess we are like.
Okay.
We had the
Wait.
audio up in the studio so we could hear, so I'm sorry if the audio sounded a little
Yeah.
Wonky.
muffled. Yeah.
So, little Frenchie says it's 4 p.m. right now in Germany.
Wait a second.
It's
Yeah,
the middle of the day.
I know, but I mean, that's big. That's
She called you out.
it's the opposite way around. Is
Yeah,
that what
yeah,
you're trying to
yeah,
say?
yeah.
All righty. Well, whatever. So maybe it's in Okinawa or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
who knows?
But maybe
Who
he
knows?
doesn't know where he's at
Maybe
Right.
he doesn't know where
because
he's at.
he's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
And but the biggest news is
Ken has a twin brother.
Yeah.
Ken has a twin
We're
brother.
more like twins than
I
we
mean-
know, because
Mhm.
That shocked me. I mean, you've got to be. I bet you can't wait to meet him.
oh my gosh, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
have to have him up there at the homestead.
we'll have to go live with my brother and your brother.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
do it. We might be able to fit on the couch if
Yeah, yeah.
we could open up the doors to Studio Y a
Yeah.
little bit bigger.
Little Frenchie, there isn't that much research that goes into Ned to get everything right.
Oh my
So,
god, I forgot that
yeah.
I messed up one little segment.
Maybe
there.
he was.
Mhm.
Maybe they were in a dark alley. You know,
Who
Yeah.
knows? Who
you know, one of
knows?
those back alley deals.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny because he was like, "Well, dang, that's how we met. You said, hi to
Hi, yeah.
a stranger,
Mhm.
and I was a stranger whenever we met.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So then it happened like
Again.
lightning struck twice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And now we're best friends. Now those two, I don't know if they'll be best. I mean, they might strangle
I don't
each
know.
other
Yeah,
first, but
as
who
much
knows?
They
fighting they're
might.
doing there.
They might. They might.
But-
might. Do you want to put their phone numbers out in case somebody
Yeah.
wants
Let's
to call
go.
in?
Let's
Do
open
you
up the
have-
lines. All right, and it's about
you be able
time
to
for.
hear?
Is it going to be able to work with the
Yes,
mic?
it doesn't matter. That
Okay.
I'm not that
Headphones?
big of a screw up.
You need
Well, you might
headphones?
be. You might be.
Okay, fine.
No, we'll be all right.
Let's go out to the
I
marine.
feel like we'll be okay.
Look
yeah.
at that
Yeah,
technology.
yeah.
Deb, lean in a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Yeah,
There
I
you
know.
go.
All right,
Because
there we go.
can-
It's like the
There we
Brady
go. Look at
bunch.
there.
The Brady bunch. You gotta look up and
Okay,
down.
so the other news that happened today, the sad news that happened this week, and I'm gonna try to be sensitive about it, was the school shooting. So
Yeah.
sad that happened again in the United States, and Biden immediately came out and said he was there for the ice cream. So
Yeah, I
he
saw
was
that.
he was very sad about the whole school shooting thing, and anyway,
It was-
but he immediately said that we should take all the pew-pews away from
Mhm.
everybody, all the automatic pew-pews.
Yeah, and I don't know what all we were allowed to talk about that.
Yeah,
thing, but
and
We're still trying to figure out if it was a man going to a woman or
yeah,
a
it was
woman
a
going to a
transgender,
man.
but I'm
And-
sure that
There's some pictures.
some
out
of
there.
those medications that
Yeah.
it always comes down to medications.
And we left.
I feel like.
We
That
were
screws
going
these
to a
people
whenever we were younger. Me and Deb were going to a Presbyterian school church, and that's what it was a
Mhm.
Presbyterian church. And we left that church because,
They were starting to accept some things, and I'm.
it's
if you-
okay to be. They come to church
Mhm.
and you welcome them
Mhm.
in. We're all sinners. That was not the problem. But whenever you start letting your ministers and stuff
Right.
be okay, then it's starting to push the
We
line.
are all children of God.
Yes.
And that goes without saying. We all sin and everything else, and we all are misled a little bit. Do you have the phone line open?
Me and Ken could probably not be ministers.
Right.
Do you have the phone line open?
Let me test it. All right. Sorry,
I'm
guys.
just saying.
Let me test
I'm
it.
talking about
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
and yes, and then
it might not be working.
So
Hold on, let me.
And then the trans community is trying to flip it.
Good call, Deb.
But what's going on in Tennessee is they're passing some laws on trans.
Mm-hmm.
And so then this week they protested at the state capitol, and they kept them from doing their business at the state capitol this week.
Wow.
And didn't let the congressmen in, or whatever you call the state people, but didn't let them do their jobs because they were protesting outside for trans rights, which was it was poor timing.
Right.
Yeah.
Poor timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just poor timing. And then, like, I don't know, I heard that oh my gosh, Madonna is going to go there and do a benefit concert. Not for the kids that lost their lives, but for trans people.
Yeah.
So that's what I've heard. And, you know, it's just, at some point you have to stand up for what is right.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You got to denounce what's wrong as wrong.
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't mean
You
you have
can
to
love-
be uncivil.
You can love the people.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
Yeah, I've had friends that.
Yeah.
Listen, I had no clue that they were.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say? Gay.
G.
All right. I had friends, and a lot of them, portray themselves right, and I had one friend. I was totally oblivious that he was gay, right? Until I found out one day. I'm like, and it didn't change nothing. We're still best friends, but I was like, really?
Yeah.
I had no clue, man.
Yeah.
But he's a great friend, and we're still friends to this day, and no problem. We'd laugh, and we'd go out and have dinner or whatever, and we got no issues. I just had no clue. It's like, I don't know. It's okay. Good. It's fine. Let me get off this subject or whatever.
Those laws seem reasonable, Zombie.
Right.
That you can't transgender until you're 18.
It's just like a tattoo. We don't let them have tattoos until they're 18.
And that you can't attend drag shows if you're under 18.
Yeah, nothing permanent.
Right.
You got to let it be for a while.
Those are reasonable laws to protect our children.
I agree. I think so.
Yeah.
And I don't think insurance should cover any medications or shots or anything as far as, stuff like that. Because
that's
if
a personal.
You're in college, you're insured until you're 26. The parents' insurance going to pay for all that stuff.
But if you're a perfectly healthy person, you can't just go into the hospital and say, man, I just want to.
Yeah.
I want you to operate on my arm. And they'll be like, why? I don't know. I just want you to. I just want it shorter. Can you shorten my arm up a little bit? It's getting in my way. Right? And you can't do that. They're not going to pay for that. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Yes, lazy days ahead. Even Jesus loved the prostitute, but wanted her to stop sinning.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Heck, I sin all the time, so there you go.
Yeah, their brains aren't fully developed until 25. Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot, and I don't know. You're born. You're what you are. I'm sorry.
And I was a pure knucklehead till about 26. At 26, I finally got my act together.
We talked a lot yesterday about the old days, didn't we?
Oh yeah, of course so. That's what old people do. We go and we reminisce about ripping it up.
Good times.
Yeah. Chief a sinner I am.
Look, I mean, me and Deb had a relationship before we were married, and we were doing things we weren't supposed to, and I mean, it led to pizza boxes all over the floor. And my roommate has a puppy. We'd wake up, come out of our bedroom, and there'd be guys and girls, I don't know, all over the living room floor, and they had
Good morning, treasure hunter.
Pizza boxes everywhere, garbage, and then there's a puppy walking around, and we're like, when did a puppy enter the scene last night, before we went to bed? I was
Right.
getting older, and I was done with all that stuff. And I'm like, get out! Everybody get out of my apartment, please. Get out!
There's
So,
treasure hunter.
yeah,
Yeah.
we sinned and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm not saying, I'm not proud of it or anything,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Wow, lazy days ahead. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big proponent. I've always been since the dawn of time. If you're old enough to go to war,
Yep.
because we're talking, she says 20, you can't drink till you're 21, but you can have at
Mhm.
15. I'm saying if you can go to war at 18, by God, you can drink a beer at 18.
Yep.
I don't
Should be.
care,
Yeah.
But listen, if you're an
Mhm.
adult, you're an adult.
Right.
Mhm.
And that just irks me. And yes, the 18-year-old is probably going to get in trouble. You don't know how to handle it that good, blah, blah, blah. But that's just part of life.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you can send him out and get shot at,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
he can drink a beer.
Right.
That guy,
Before
whenever
he
he
gets
gets shot.
shot at.
Yep.
Before he gets shot at.
I watched a couple of videos of, some soldiers that were over in Afghanistan and how they're coping with it. It's like, if I'm 18, I'm thrown over there, I'm getting shot at, my nerves are on, it's like, how in the heck did I end up over here doing this, right? And they're messed up. If you can't come back in from being fired at like crazy and be able to do something, back in World War II, they did a lot of, smoking cigarettes. My
Right.
God, just,
Oh, yeah.
because the nicotine would take you like, we're
Mhm.
going through heck in a handbasket over here.
Mhm.
So I know it's,
Yeah, we have our neighbor over here that's pretty much living by himself because his mom is in the city with her new boyfriend, and so he's pretty much on his own over here at the house, and he doesn't have
she
a
comes by,
brain
but
right
not,
now. Yeah,
yeah.
she comes by and stuff and checks on him on
That was
everything.
the-
He's out of school and stuff.
I
But
wish he would call in.
he has no
He's
brain.
sleep.
He
He's
has
sleeping.
Yeah,
no
he's
brain.
sleeping. They were up pretty late
But
last night.
The live last night was awesome. So we were talking about him, and then he
Mhm.
pulls in with his truck. I was
Mhm.
like, man, fire up your Datsun Z28 and rev it and backfire it,
Yeah.
because all night, till about like 10 o'clock or 10:30, he'll be working on it,
Oh, yeah,
revving
he
it up and
was.
backfiring it.
Mhm.
So I was like, he goes, okay, I'll warm it up. And then he did that on the live. That was
Right.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then his buddy pulls over, and he's got like a mega, stereo system.
Mhm.
So while he's jaunting around, his buddy pulls out in the front yard, and the music's blaring. And we're like, all right, this live is starting to get
Right.
like
Yeah.
and I say I don't mind the noise. You know why? Because he's not inside on his computer. That was Dottie.
Why did I hear a door opening?
These kids are not on their Game Boys.
Right.
They're out wrenching,
Yep.
and they're not inside. And listen, I'll put up with all the noise I can get from my neighbors because the boys are doing what boys are supposed to, and that's making
Yep.
noise. And it doesn't bother
He
me.
was rotating
It
his
doesn't-
tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you rotating your tires?
I'm like, leave the truck. I always tell him he finally got his, he got a truck. Perfect. Nothing wrong with it. I'm like, do not touch it. Do not modify it. Do not put any different size tires on it.
Yes.
Don't
Mhm.
do anything. He's like, no, I'm not going to do anything to it. And he's
Right.
probably already paying, like, I got to do
Mhm.
something. So he started wrenching on it. I'm like, I'm doing live. Don't touch the truck.
Right.
And he had but then whenever he was doing just a simple tire rotation, we heard a lot of banging.
Yeah, we did.
We heard
Mhm.
banging, so I'm trying to
Mhm.
think. Okay, that's more than a tire rotation.
Okay.
He's modifying something over there.
I've got my cordless impact with me. I could have taken it over there and helped him out.
Yeah. He was, but no, it's fun watching them over
Yeah.
there. Work.
AMT.
Empty homestead.
So
Yeah, they're at breakfast. They just
what
popped
time-
in to say hi.
What time did the boys go to sleep last
I don't
night over
know.
there?
I don't know between them and the trains. I think he started that car.
Trains.
Yeah, I heard the trains. It reminded me of home where I grew up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We kind of tune them out. I
yeah.
don't hear a lot of nights. I don't hear any
Yeah, we don't.
trains.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
you're inside.
We're in the
Yeah.
bedroom.
Oh yeah. Well, we are inside, but sometimes I do hear. I mean,
Some
sometimes
nights
I
it
can
sounds
hear.
like it's right outside
Yeah,
our
it is,
house.
yeah.
And then
One of
other
them.
nights the
Mhm.
wind's blowing or something the wrong direction. I don't know. Some nights we hear the trains, and some
Mhm.
nights we
Mhm.
Right.
don't. But even if we do hear them, we're so used to them.
Yeah. So
I heard him start that car up in the middle of the night, and I thought, well, maybe he's moving it back off the lawn,
Yeah.
yeah, apparently you can get a ticket in El Reno if you park your car on the grass.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not allowed to park your car in the grass in El Reno. So
yeah, maybe
Yeah,
he'll
that
get
one.
out to the country one of these days. He'll
Yeah.
get himself a nice shop.
Yeah.
Get
maybe he
himself
will. Mm-hmm.
a good single wide with a big old
Mhm.
shop. That would be a
Mhm.
nice batch set up there for a
Mhm.
young
Right.
kid.
So is there any news that we missed? Stock market's doing good this week. I think they're pumping it a little bit, but
That's
we'll
amazing.
see if
It's
it
still
keeps on going up. They say the banking system is fixed now. So if you believe that, then I have some swampland to sell you or
Yeah, I
something
wonder
like
how
that.
much money they printed.
Mm-hmm. Lots. They
Yeah.
erased what they had been tightening, and so they printed lots of
Mhm.
billions of dollars already.
back to good.
Mhm.
Off grid is in. And he says it's very chill. He's still snuggling. Don't blame it. That's why we do this show in the morning. Like if you wake up, what is in the water today? It's all brown. Did you see that?
Yeah.
At the marina? It's like nasty brown muck water.
Yeah.
Oh, but the weather that we've been having lately. The news said that the northern lights were seen in Colorado. Now they say we're going to see it here there's a chance we'll see it in Oklahoma.
Right.
And I'm telling you what, boy, they got that, harp.
Heart.
And they're making all this weather happen. There you go.
Yeah.
All you.
Yeah.
It'll be tinted with red dust if the wind doesn't die down.
Yeah. So
It will be.
it's probably nothing. It's just there's bad years and there's not so bad years in the tornado world.
Right.
I'm just saying.
It could be
Whenever those northern lights start,
the
flares, solar flares, and
shifting of the poles.
shifting of the
Could have
poles,
something to do
solar
with it.
flares.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you what, you start seeing northern lights in Oklahoma.
Yeah, something's happened.
Yeah,
Something's happened.
Something's shifting
Yeah.
going on.
Mhm.
Right. Yep.
What's in the cages?
Yeah, I would love to see the northern lights too, Zombie.
That's
I'm
on
off
my
with that.
bucket
Mhm.
list.
Yeah,
And
I would love to see the northern lights. So.
One guy holding a fish down over
Mhm.
into
Looks
the
like
netting.
a nice day, but it looks kind of windy.
yeah, I don't know what that.
It's kind of
With
blowing
the
there.
fish thing, the fish nettings, do they
Mhm.
have things in there? Then they go to get them and they feed them.
Maybe the seaweed is stirred up
Is
because
it-
of
Yeah.
the wind.
Is it like live crabs that
Mhm.
they keep over there for their restaurant? I don't know.
Huh.
We'll have to. Is anybody at Islamorada Marina? Give us a call.
And tell
on the
us
screen.
What's going on?
What the heck is going on? What's all up with all the seaweed? Oh, there's supposed to be a massive thing of seaweed the size of a state or something coming towards America.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Or trash.
What are we going to
Yeah.
do with that?
I don't know. I just heard
Mhm.
about that. I don't know what that is all or where it is or how big it is. I just heard it was some kind of massive
Carla Ritchie.
Yeah.
storm coming.
Yeah. Prayers for everybody affected by the tornadoes in the
back to
past
good.
last night and in
Hopefully.
the past couple of weeks. They can sure change your life in a
Oh
moment.
my goodness.
Yes.
Mhm.
I've covered and seen it all. It gets pretty.
And you
That's
guys have
pretty ugly.
news on the fires over at Guthrie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
everywhere in Edmond, Guthrie. There was
Lots
a
of
whole bunch of
around.
fires with the wind
Mhm.
yesterday, and that
Yeah.
can turn bad in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And
There
here
were
in
some
Oklahoma,
homes destroyed and everything. We checked
Right.
in with Wendy from Hardneck Farms. She said that they were
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
okay. So
she's lost a house.
yeah,
because of wildfires.
yeah.
Wow.
So she
Mhm.
always is
Keyed
Like-
in on the wind whenever it's a high.
stressed
Right.
out.
Yes.
Yes, stressed
Mhm.
out. You've been through it. You
You
don't
don't want it to.
happen again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's no way we could have had a campfire yesterday.
No,
Not at all.
No, you wouldn't want to light a match at all, or look at a match.
No. No.
So we would have cooked the electric.
Oh,
I had my electric grill ready to go.
Yeah.
I packed up really early in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, we don't camp that often. So I was like, Jazz, I'm like, we don't do this enough. We need to do it.
Yeah.
So whenever Ken's coming down, it's like, oh, good, we're going to go camping. And I threw all the stuff in the morning to get
Yep.
ready to go, and then I could have slept in. I
Yep.
could have just
Yeah.
slept in because
Yeah.
it was not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I worked real hard to cover for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I did
got my trash. She got my trash.
She did all the hard work yesterday.
Mhm.
The kids looked good whenever I went to show them the school. Most of the rooms, they did a little bit better. Than I told them, take care of Mr. Mark.
Mhm.
Mark's going to go, take off early. Clean my rooms for me so I don't have to do too much. And
Right.
so whenever I go back, I'll go, after you leave,
We'll go.
we'll
I
go
need
out there
to go do
and just
my room.
tidy up a little bit,
Mhm.
button it all up again.
Right.
But I looked in the rooms; they look pretty clean. Good job, kids. Good job, Wyatt. No, he's down in your paw.
Where are you at, Tamara and David? I'm sorry. They said they had snap electric poles and big trees here.
Right.
Straight line winds, or did you have a tornado? I mean, the straight line winds were ample enough here in Oklahoma to do that.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Yeah, there were some power outages with the fires and the winds and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Here, but nothing compared to what went on
Right.
in the storms last night.
We're lucky that
It reminded me of the May 3rd, 1999 storms that we had.
I cut down the only tree that probably would have been a danger to our house. So I got that gone. So we're in town,
Southwest.
and there's enough things
Straight
breaking
line winds. They got
breaking
straight
the
lines
wind.
winds. They're in Missouri.
Yeah.
Right.
Southwest.
We're in town enough that enough of this breaks. There's enough trees and other houses to help break up the wind where we live. So thank goodness.
But out at the lake, there's no wind breaks at all.
Oh my God, there's white caps coming. I mean, I should have videotaped. We're stupid. We're YouTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And the lake was going nuts with white caps, and I should have just pulled over and
I know. We need to
shot
do
it.
a better job one of these days.
One of these days.
We used to do good.
Yeah.
We used to do good.
Hopefully the wind's out of
Then
the
we
south still, and then
get a
on
job.
the way back to Kansas City, I'll have a wind pushing me.
Yeah.
Get better fuel mileage.
Now, if you were traveling west to east yesterday, you were getting fantastic fuel mileage. But if you had the worst, I think, what do you think? You drive a truck. Is it worse to have a crosswind?
Yes.
Or a headwind?
It's worse to have a crosswind.
I think so.
Because it'll push you over, just like Debbie said earlier. There was a truck laid over on the interstate out here.
But I meant fuel-wise, too.
Right.
I think it puts more drag on the truck pushing it sideways than if it was straight on.
Right.
I did see about the Apollo Theater also. Back to
in
good.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Not the
Off-grid.
infamous New York Apollo Theater, but the infamous Chicago Apollo Theater.
Yeah,
the roof collapsed in on people.
Yeah, people. They were having
There's people inside.
Wow.
So
I didn't hear of anybody dying. Hopefully, I didn't look into it
I think
enough.
there are a couple of deaths.
There was a couple of deaths.
I feel like
sorry.
I saw
All right.
that there were a couple of deaths. So
Crosswinds are terrible for
for RVers. Yeah.
RVers, those are really light. That's why we like to have heavy loads when we're pulling doubles.
Yeah.
Especially the heavy freight on the floor, so you don't get blown over.
Lower weight.
Yeah.
Just
I've looked in my mirror before and seen daylight underneath the rear tires, like an inch or two at time.
That would be scary. And you're just going, gosh, can I retire tomorrow?
Yeah. That's called white knuckle driving, just like driving on ice.
Man.
yeah. So Zombie says she thinks for fuel mileage, straight is worse.
Yeah.
But that it's dangerous to have a side wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's looking.
Yeah, I hope you hear from your dad soon. Back to good off grid. Their dad lives near that amphitheater not the amphitheater, but Apollo Theater.
Wow.
So and he hasn't heard back from him. So
All right. Well, yeah. Prayers are out.
Yeah, I was watching a few YouTube videos that I could find on the tornadoes and all that kind of stuff. So
what's your plans today, Ken?
I don't know. Pack up and hook up and start heading back east. I guess I'm gonna hook up with
Brain fart.
Yeah. Yeah. Mickey with Critter Creek.
Critter Creek. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, don't know. Just maybe start keeping. I like to ride 66, from Oklahoma City over to Tulsa. So, because I haven't been on that part. So I don't know. I have to look at the map and see where 66 actually goes.
Where does 60? It kind of goes up. It mirrors the turnpike, I think.
Right.
44. And there's parts of the roads that are pretty good.
Right.
I mean, you can make semi-decent. You got to go through towns.
Right.
That's about. But on a motorcycle, it's not as bad as driving a truck.
Called no answer.
They might be having cell trouble though.
Oh yeah, that's
they
true.
could be having cell
not us.
trouble. No.
Right.
No. He's calling his dad.
Oh, okay.
Calling his dad, and he's not answering the text or the call.
Thanks, Lazy Days.
Their lines might be clogged up.
Right.
That happens in emergencies like that. So.
Yeah.
So hopefully, praying that you hear from him soon.
So
I hope so.
But if you missed it, about 20 minutes into our live, so you can go back.
Mm-hmm.
Ken has a twin too. So Benny,
yeah,
Benny, and Ned
mm-hmm.
are traveling together.
Yeah,
now. So that was breaking news. So
if
you get bored going back to our back in 20 minutes into the show about you'll see.
Hopefully they're not on a motorcycle and they're beating each other up on a motorcycle.
Yeah, well they rollerblade in the 15-minute city.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever watched that one show? What was it called, Deb, where you raced around the world? Amazing Race. Amazing Race. Those two should do the Amazing Race. So it would be those two couples that are just arguing the whole entire way.
Yep, they would be.
Yeah.
They sure
Linda Dobson
would be. Yeah, the towers or the phone lines can be down.
Yeah.
So prayers.
Yeah.
Everybody affected. I'm sure there's lots of stuff that's no fun to deal with.
I'd like to see a tornado from a distance.
Yeah. I have.
Out in the country where there's nobody, no houses or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good morning, Debbie.
And it's not doing any destruction to people's property.
It is. I forgot all about that. I remembered it yesterday, and I forgot all day. It's April Fool's Day.
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get data again then on my phone.
Yeah, it's April 1st.
I don't pay for the extra data, so I get like 2 gigs that goes quickly.
Right.
And I go the rest of the month without data, so at least April 1st is a good thing. I can go to work and actually listen to a couple YouTube channels without buffering 5,000 times.
Yeah, I actually used all my data this month too because we had spring break, so we kind of got everything clean, and then we were bored, so we used more than usual.
Well, this kid's getting into it. He's walking around on a mission on it. Mom, I need some more fish.
Look at him throwing it down there.
Yeah.
Lazy Days posted the official Route 66 site for you.
Cool. I'll have to look at that. Thank you.
I know. Lazy Days is incredible. You don't have to work that hard.
Yeah,
as a moderator.
Yes, this guy. If you mention anything, he's on it. It's up there.
Yeah,
it's up there.
That's such a good job.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has 2. I wonder if he's got like 2. He's watching us on one and working on another one because he's gonna kind of bail out.
Yeah.
To go get the stuff. So I wonder if he's got 2 devices going.
They had some really good traveling videos whenever they went on their little trip all the way up to like Oregon and all that kind of stuff. But they have amazing lives where they give away a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. In fact, Ken comes in here just from other YouTubers, all the stuff that Debbie's won on all these on the lives are scattered all over Studio Y. We need to clean it up.
Yeah, we need to clean Studio Y. Pretty messy.
That's what Miss Linda was doing back in her crafting room all day yesterday. I think she said till midnight she was back there.
Cleaning
the crafting room.
He has 3 monitors and 2 devices.
Oh, nice. And so, Ken, don't let us forget the crickets.
Yeah, we can't forget the crickets.
Do not let us get sidetracked.
No. I'll get it packed up right after this, whenever we get done.
Huh.
So we're a little bit early. No Larry today.
No, I'm surprised.
Yeah, Larry
Mm-hmm.
must have slept in, or maybe he's affected. Hopefully, Larry is safe from the tornado.
Well, I think he's in Montana, so
he's safe from that. They're getting snow up there. He might be snowed in. They're
Could
getting.
be.
Oh, are
They're
they
getting bad
snow?
blizzards up north. Yeah.
Yeah, on the
I'd
cold
just
side
like to
of the
know
storm.
what he does for a living.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That's a question we never asked Larry.
Mhm.
Yeah. Watch him pop in now.
Yeah, probably.
We're running out of time, Larry. If you
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah, you're running out of time, Larry.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He is.
We love Larry.
Mm-hmm. I ain't making him a mod though.
No, I don't think so. He'll be kicking everybody out. Oh boy.
No.
Man.
No, I've had a good time though. It's been a blast.
And whenever you go down, Ken might go to the Keys this summer.
Yep.
So he's gonna try. Don't go out of your way. Don't try to ruin your whole vacation trying to do it. But he's gonna try to get to his La Mirada here,
Right.
and he'll stand out on the pier, and he'll wave at us, and he'll be on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be like, "What's up, guys?" and it might not be during our live,
Right.
but whenever he gets here, he'll call us. We'll run into the studio,
Right.
and we'll shoot a segment with Ken live on the pier. I think that would be
Yeah,
good.
that'd be cool.
That'd be good TV.
Yeah.
It would be good TV.
Look at the fish in the
And you're gonna
water.
have to move around with the camera. So whenever
Yeah,
it takes
but there's
off
a
that
lot
way,
of
you're gonna have to
TV.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then swim in the water until it comes back around the other way.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we got a high stepping kid.
Yeah.
Messing with the.
I wonder who controls that camera.
It's time. It's just you
Yeah.
can set up your cameras just to be on
Yeah.
It'll do a. But the gears on that thing have to be getting worn out. That's a lot of moving, 24/7.
Right.
But it's good advertisement.
Back to Good said I sold my gaming rig for a solar rig.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, but we played with solar all for a little while. Yes.
Mark knows a lot about solar and numbers as far as the watts and amps and all that stuff. I've got third grade math, so I can't. I don't know
Well,
the calculation
you know,
on numbers, but
he bought that 19-watt panel
right,
to charge his Jagger. I'm like, dude, you're going to be there for 3 days.
right, right,
You got to get a little bit more power, So, and you want to compensate for a shadier day.
right.
So we're going to get him. I think 100, like we say, 160 for the
160
little
watt,
Jacker
yeah.
he has will
Yep.
be beautiful to cover a little bit extra power on days. And then you can strap that down on the top of his camper and charge it while he's going down the road also.
Linda says she saw.
Yeah,
it
she
come
saw a
down.
tornado about a mile from her in the pasture.
Yeah.
What's
It's
really
kind of in the
interesting-
same direction, so glad it didn't take a left turn.
Right.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is driving out in western Kansas after they've planted, and you see, I call them dust devils. They're
Oh.
like a mini tornado, and
Yeah.
they're just picking up all kinds of stuff.
They can move a bus.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I drove into one.
really.
Yeah, I was over in Saudi Arabia.
Oh wow!
And we had a 22-seater like Toyota bus,
Mhm.
and they're as square as like a bread,
like a bread truck. Yeah,
I don't snub nose, just square, no, what's it called? Wind,
right.
So we're driving across the desert, right? And my buddies go, there's a dirt devil, dust devil up ahead. Drive into it, Mark. I'm driving like, all right, okay.
Mhm.
They're all egging me on, so I'm like trying to time it, gas it. We hit it perfect. Go right into this dust devil coming across the highway. And the bus, it felt like a lot more, but it was probably like 10 degrees or
Right.
something. But it felt like, it was it kicked the bus out and went, and
Right.
I turned into it and I got it straightened back up. And as soon as I was done, all my buddies are like, "You're an idiot. Why'd you drive us into that?" I'm like, "Shut up, you guys. You
Right.
told me to go into the dust devil."
Right,
So I did. So over in the desert, boy, they're strong.
right. You've seen them on beaches too, I think.
Yeah.
With beachgoers.
But yeah, that was fine. Then we get back to the Kobar Towers,
Right.
the ones that got blown up over there. I wasn't there then, but the same place. We get back there, and of course, everybody gets out of the bus and starts saying that I tried to kill him and everything. And I'm like,
You told me to drive in it.
Guys, you all wanted to do it. This was a group effort. We all told, and that's why there's injuries, combat
injuries.
Yeah, there's more. I think there's stats that there's more non-combat injuries with deployments than there are with actual, because of people just getting bored off their skull and doing crazy stuff with the vehicles over.
Right.
I'm guilty.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Cool.
So no calls.
No, nobody wants to talk to me today.
And we only got 5 minutes left, so it's getting a little late for the calls. Anyways.
Yeah, I know. Lazy days rocks, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That moderator was a find, right?
That moderator was a find.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, you don't have to work so hard. But if you enjoy it, if it's your hobby, then
this kid's decked out, man. He's got his hat on backwards. He's got his white sunglasses going on.
What are you doing?
Black socks. I think that's cool right now. The black socks.
That must be his sister.
He's like, he's accessorizing good.
Yeah.
Okay, silence.
Yeah, silence. Yeah.
We should get out of here.
Yeah. Let's get.
Jake, you just got here.
Jake.
To say goodbye.
Right, Jake.
Oh man.
Go back. Watch about 20 minutes in, Jake. We found out that Ken has a twin also, so that was kind of good.
Yeah,
you'll like that. But we're gonna get down there one day. We talk about it all the time. We're like, we got to finally get down and take a road trip down to Jake's, so it'll happen.
Yeah,
and he's got a nice RV park for us.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah. Lazy Days won't go live today. They won't go live until next week. So.
Bet you he doesn't even charge us. He's that nice of a guy.
Right. Show us his solar setup.
Yeah.
Like, Jake will be one of those guys that he'll make money because he'll have regulars that are there.
Oh yeah.
But he's gonna be too nice. Whenever people come down to visit him, he'll let them stay at it for nothing probably all the time and be like, I need that opened up so I can get some more money coming in.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go where there's no hookup down by that little lake,
Yep.
and we have our jackeries, so we won't take up a spot. How about that?
Put me in the barnyard.
Yeah.
You know,
or we could go to his place. It's really nice, and he's got a big parking lot out there. And we'll just set up outside of his house. Yep. There we go.
All right, so we're gonna get out of here.
Yep, we're gonna get out of here.
So, until next time, remember, do your own research. And be prepared.
All right, everybody have a great Saturday. I just got to talk
Thanks
for a second.
Thanks for hanging out for us.
Because if I don't talk for a second, then it cuts us off before the end of the video.